Euan, thanks very much indeed for your time. I suppose your main point in that letter to the President is the lack of certainty around the level of restrictions and when they could be introduced. So there's no planning by holidaymakers even at this stage. Surely that impacts on your books and the books of the industry.
Yes, Devin, good afternoon. And I think that's the key thing for us. Like you say, a lot of travellers had to cancel their international travel plans. And as a result, they're trying to turn to domestic and regional options. There's just not enough certainty for them to actually make that booking. And that's really what we're looking for, a bit of certainty so customers can start making other plans for their December trips.
It's difficult to come by, and I understand that the National Coronavirus Command Council will have this meeting early next week. You probably would look at that. But at the end of the day, you're left with empty beds at hotels, not enough seats on planes with restrictions on foreign tourists by their own countries playing in. Are the locals, Euan, filling up that space fast enough, you think?
Look, Devin, the impact has been significant. If we look literally in those 2 days, the 26th to 28th of November, the industry lost over R1 billion in travel bookings for travel between December and March. And that's significant. So, that gap isn't going to be completely filled by local tourists and local travelers, but, we can try our best to try and fill that gap, at least in some way. And that's what we're looking for. Customers want to travel locally. They want to have a good December. It's been a tough year for a lot of people. And we're just looking to try and give them that avenue. But we need to be able to communicate clearly what's likely to happen over the next few weeks. For us, let's make the best out of a bad situation. It's a significant loss for an industry that's been severely hampered over the last 18 months. Let's try and turn it around while we can and allow responsible travelling to happen. That's really what we're asking for.
Just give me a sense of what's happening with those people that are perhaps calling into Flight Centre at the moment. I mean, again, it's that word uncertainty. What are your bookings looking like, and how have they changed since the announcement of that new variant?
Look, there's a significant amount of hesitancy out there. You can understand people are very cautious to confirm a booking and commit to something when they just don't know what's going to happen. The industry's had a really tough time. The last 3 to 4 months, we did start to see a nice recovery, and we're bracing ourselves for what is sure to be a very strong Black Friday weekend. And obviously, the news of the new variant on the Friday morning and completely killed any Black Friday plans that any travel company had. So, we've seen a significant removal of demand, and we're hoping with a bit of certainty we can get that demand to come back and people start to book again. There's significant gaps that need to be filled, but I think we need to do more to try and fill those gaps, and that's what we really are seeking assistance from the government to do.
Euan, while I got you on the line, I just want to find out, I'm curious about those travellers who have booked well in advance for international travel through this period. We're talking Canada, the US, UK. Surely even at this stage, if things open up, presumably it's too late for those who had to travel in the latter part of December.
Yes, and to some extent, the damage has already been done for a lot of people, which is extremely sad and heartbreaking. We've got lots of stories of our customers trying to get back and see loved ones they haven't had the opportunity to see for a very long time. And that's unfortunate. And like you say, even an immediate change right now won't necessarily change that. Unfortunately, we're very much waiting for news from other countries. To some extent, it's out of our hands. But what we think we can do is make the best of the things we can control. And we believe we can control demand for domestic travel. And that's what we're trying to really stimulate again and try and fill those gaps that we do have.
All right, Euan McNeil from Flight Centre, thanks very much indeed.